Activist and author Naomi Klein has endorsed Bernie Sanders for president. Now, I want to show you just a part of her endorsement here. She endorsed him in Des Moines, Iowa at a rally. And the reasoning she gives here is the reasoning essentially why I support Bernie Sanders. So watch.
Here's the thing. We are not going to win the world that we need, not just the world that we want, but the world that we need, if we are kind of sort of in favor of it. We are going to have to be on fire for it, okay? And that is why I support Bernie Sanders to be the next president of the United States. Because Bernie understands that this is the fight of our lives, and yeah, we are up against powerful forces. And that means we need to organize an incredibly powerful movement to stand up to those forces. I could sit here and tell you why Bernie's Green New Deal plan is better than all the other candidates, and it is by far, but that is not even the real reason why I support Bernie for president. I support Bernie because there's no point in having a good Green New Deal plan if you're not building the movement to win it.
So that was perfect. And it's the exact reason why I support Bernie Sanders. I mean, there are, a million reasons to support Bernie Sanders. But when it comes down to it, what matters the most is, will you have a president that will fight for you and knows how to fight for you? So Bernie looks back. I mean, this is how he approaches this whole strategy of getting his agenda passed. He looks at history. How did civil rights get passed? How did the women's vote get passed? How did the New Deal happen? How did labor reforms happen? How did the weekend happen? I mean, we can go on and on and on. How did gay rights happen? You have to build a movement. If you don't build the movement, nothing's going to happen. Bernie Sanders has already built that movement, and he continues to build that movement, and he knows how to use that movement. He has said again and again and again how he will use the movement to put pressure on politicians to support his agenda. So whether it's Joe Manchin in West Virginia, where he'll go and rally his voters there and potentially even support a primary challenger against Joe Manchin if Joe Manchin still doesn't support his agenda like Medicare for all, whether it's that or he goes to, Mitch McConnell's state, goes to Kentucky and rallies voters there to put pressure on him to support an agenda. I mean, yes, I know it seems pie in the sky, especially for Mitch McConnell, but the point is here, it requires a movement of people to get this through. So Elizabeth Warren, while she is the second choice here, I would say, though, far down the list in terms of second choice, she doesn't have that strategy. Elizabeth Warren is not going to challenge established powers. She's not going to challenge other Democrats. She's just not going to do it. She never has. Bernie Sanders has a history of this. He has a history of fighting, a history of supporting policies when they were unpopular at the time. So Bernie Sanders has a history of leadership. He has led on issues before they were popular. This is how you know he will support this agenda when he is still president, because he has always supported this agenda. It's not going to change. So when you're looking at candidates right now, and you look at who will fight for you, and on top of that, look, the discussion oftentimes with people seems to be who will defeat Trump. I think a lot of these candidates could potentially defeat Trump. But if you want to have that discussion, Bernie Sanders has the biggest lead against Trump in Iowa, in Michigan, in swing voter states where he won, many of them he won in the 2016 primary against Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's hilarious this is never brought up in cable news when looking at this race. Oh, who can possibly win these Rust Belt states that Hillary lost? How about looking at who won them in 2016 against Hillary Clinton? Bernie Sanders. So if you're looking at somebody who can defeat Trump, first of all, yes, Bernie defeats Trump. But on top of that, if you want someone who will actually transform the system for the people so that you don't get another Donald Trump in the future, that candidate is Bernie Sanders.